Hi, I'm Jason Stahl, editor of BodyShop Business. Today's high-performing collision centers have standardized their materials and processes to help ensure consistent and quality results. Even with standardization, sometimes problems can occur during the bodywork and paint process. Joining me today is Tim McKinney, Senior Application Engineer from Evercoat. Tim has worked in body shops and has dealt with almost every issue while working for Evercoat. Today, Tim will discuss some of the do's and don'ts of the bodywork and paint process to help make your shop more productive, avoid rework, and save you money.
Repair mapping, as you saw, I started sanding this with 180 grit, and I've sanded this with 180 grit. So I have a true, what we call 180 grit feather edge above and below the repair. So if you look at the edge of the repair, see how it looks soft and wispy? It almost looks like a primer.
Yeah.
You don't see any little pigtails, as we call them, with the coarse grit grind mark or sand scratch from the DA that get filled up with product. What happens with those is if they're under-catalyzed, they're more prone to absorb solvent. Then you apply a primer, the solvent goes into those sand scratches, into that material that's in those little slivers, and then over time the solvent comes back out. And when that happens, they shrink, and then you start seeing the perimeter of the repair. It's mapping, it's showing up. Okay. If they've under-catalyzed those areas, maybe they've under-catalyzed this product as well, and now it wants to move a little bit. Good way I explain this is body filler cures with heat. Some of the products, as they're going to kick off, they generate some heat. But let's say I'm painting this repair black. Well, if it's black and it's going to be on a hood on a vehicle in Texas or Florida, Arizona, it's going to generate a lot of heat. So if I didn't put enough chemical energy into it to cycle it off properly, and now you paint it black and Mother Nature bakes it, it's going to move things around. So that's another case of repair mapping that we might have. Now I'm looking at the repair. I don't see any obvious pinholes I have in this repair. So I'm going to actually wipe it off here, get all the dust away. Let that flash on for just a second. Look to see if I see anything.
Is there a specified flash time that has to happen, or?
Well, I only use the alcohol wipe because I didn't have an air hose for what we have in here. Typically, I would blow it off. If I don't have an air hose to blow it off, that's when I would use the alcohol wipe. Don't like to see a lot of solvents applied into this. Okay. As we were talking about a moment ago, adding moisture, adding solvent into the repair, we want to cut that down. Wiping this with like a wax and grease remover, that's okay in the beginning, because putting it over top of the clear coat, well, this is hard, this is non-porous, the solvents are not going to penetrate into the clear coat. Wiping this with the solvent that's very slow, well, what happened is it has the risk of penetrating down into the repair. So if I'm going to wipe it with anything, alcohol or a very flashing, quick flash point solvent like acetone. Something that's not going to sit and then penetrate down inside of it.
Tim, thank you so much for your time today, giving us all this great information on troubleshooting tips when applying body filler. I'm Jason Stahl. Thanks for watching.